In a space shuttle, in a far-off place, alien facehuggers are being tested on a lot of different species to see which race is the most compatible. This one Kree warrior is unfortunately not compatible. They discovered recently that the Skrull race would be perfect for implantation due to their ability to transform themselves into anything they'd like. Before they can say any more, the alarm goes off and they're under attack. But by who? 4 Explorer class frigates of Wakandan design. The Wakandan troops are on board and they're ready to bring the pain. Their king has also arrived, and their scout spots some enemies nearby. They miss and the aliens attack at such speeds never seen before. But they're no match for the Wakandans' one-man army. They eventually find the leaders of the ship and interrogate them, only to find out that they used their so-called weapon on multiple worlds. They say no one can be allowed to leave those planets, and everyone that has must be quarantined off. They cannot let this spread. They're facing the bug hunt to end all bug hunts, but one of T'Challa's guards tells him something more frightening. One of the worlds, it was Earth. What kind of monster are you, he asks. This creature, whatever it is, it seems to lack empathy, benevolence, creation. The thing is not part Shi'ar at all. It's not living. It's just a machine. Just a machine. If you prick me, do I not bleed? It says. Let's see. They set off back on what feels like a one-way trip back to the motherland. T'Challa just wanted to retire in peace. Now monsters attack his great city. His home has fallen. Now their singular goal is humankind's oldest. Survival. Seed worlds were not chosen at random. But once a world is chosen for the host, the process, regardless of what world it is, remains the same. Each seed probe carries 4 queen eggs inside of it, along with 12 infected hosts in suspended animation. And then 4 locations in proximity of high density population centres are targeted for initial infestation. Placed into suspended animation in the precipice of a life cycle transition, it takes almost no time for a host to yield their hidden bounty. A Xenomorph. The greatest killing machine in the history of the universe. Within an hour, these alien drones born from the chestbursters are fully grown, and within a day, a hive has been constructed so that the life cycle of an alien queen can begin. Days later, that queen is born and begins producing eggs. From there, the process accelerates. Within 1 week, each individual queen hive will produce a brigade of warrior drones. Within 1 month, an endless army. Within 1 year, a planet-raising horde. And remember, each seed probe contains 4 such queens. It is the perfect delivery mechanism for the extinction of a species, of every living thing on Earth, regardless if they are baseline humans or something else. The inhuman city of Atalan could have resisted. It could have stood for thousands of years, for the great shield of purity separated them from a dying world. But like the great fall of all societies, an internal rift between haves and have-nots created a crack in those walls, and through that maw, the alien invaders poured in. There was no record of the fall of Atlantis. There were no screams to be heard, no king to save them, and all calls for help, if there were any, were unanswered. The secret science kingdom of Wakanda held out longer than most, but eventually, like every other nation, succumbed to the Xenomorph horde. And when it became clear that extinction was at hand for all life on Earth, the mutants of Krakoa decided to abandon their island home and used their gateways to flee to Mars. The mutants ran for the safety of the Red Father, all of them except one. Apocalypse, the Force mutant, would stay and surrender nothing, for the world now had become the arena he always wanted. Apocalypse will fight. And if he lives, he lives. And if he dies, he dies. So be it. Only the fittest survive. And so it was for all Earth. All except the last human city. A stronghold in the ruins of America. No one knows how, but they were ready for what was coming. Like a prophet of doom, the old man of Wayland knew. And he built a city that would withstand the end of the world. And an old man named Bruce looks out on the horizon of his desolate planet. And an old woman tells him he'll go blind if he keeps it up. But his gamma-powered cataracts are 0.5 millimeter thick, Carol, he says. She asks how late is she? Not too late, he responds. But she should be back by now. It was bad when Johnny and Susan died, in that accident. And Reed only got worse when Franklin and Ben disappeared, never to be seen again. He used to be the world's smartest man, but this world won its war against his unyielding force for good. And on his deathbed, Bruce promised to keep his only living heir safe. And now Valeria is out there somewhere. She lied and, well, he believed her. He can't go after her. He's needed here, Carol says. They live in what's called the last living human city on the planet, and they all know it's about to fall. It's not their city anymore. It's their tomb. Carol knows, and she says, when the monsters finally break through that city wall, all the power she's stored up over the years is going to be unleashed one last time, and it won't be their tomb. It will be a pyre. And just then, Carol gets word of a disturbance on the perimeter of the city. She confirms it. Bruce, it's her. But before she can even get another word out, he's gone. Hulk is going to keep his promise safe. Carol calls it in to anyone who's out there. You're about to have some serious company. Hulk sees Valeria. She's being attacked. Miles grabs her from the vehicle, while Hulk picks up a building and crashes it down on the alien scum. Telling Valeria she's late, but she's a 45-year-old woman. Leave her alone. But yeah, she's sorry. Wanna go home, Hulk says. Yes, but we're gonna need that egg I stole, Valeria tells him. Later, the team are observing her findings. If they're gonna win, this is how they do it. They're all theirs if it means winning. By the time these things were a threat, it was too late. They got into a land war with the perfect killing machine. They tried to stop them at the implantation stage, but as soon as they attached to a host, it was already too late. They tried science, magic, everything, but nothing worked. So they have to start even sooner. She's going to create a virus that will kill the eggs. Spidey asks if she can really do that, but Carol recognizes the face of a woman who's ready to pull the trigger. And Bruce asks, what if it mutates into something worse? Carol says, there is no worse. Let her try. She can do it. She just needs time. So leave her to work. Later, Bruce is trying to enter her lab. He calls to her saying to let him in, he brought something for her to eat. Override banner Bruce. Voice command Gamma. But before anything opens, a hologram message appears. It's Valeria. She tells him if he is seeing this, he can't come in. She wanted to win, but she just ran out of time. Her plan, it worked, but she used her mom's powers to walk right in under invisibility and grab the egg. It worked. And she would have succeeded too, but she tripped. And then they were all over her. All she could remember is choking and darkness, and then waking up knowing something was inside of her. A stupid mistake killed her, but before she died she swore to find a way to kill them. But she ran out of time. "Promise me you won't open this door," she says. She can't let it escape. It tries to attack the Hulk, but what's one thing we know about him? The angrier he is, the stronger he gets. He rips its throat out and its acid blood gets all over him, but at least he's killed it. And then he sees her. Val. The others converge on the scene. "She ran out of time," he says. "This is not good. It's loose. Keep your eyes open wide. It's in here somewhere. It's got Miles." "No!" Miles is down. Carol says they have to get it off, but they all know there's no hope. Once it's on there, there's no going back. They don't have a choice. They have to burn him. Carol breaks down. "I'm sorry, Miles. I wish that there was some other..." What the hell? The colour begins to leave Miles' body, along with the facehugger. We don't like this body, but it'll do for now. Miles was wearing a symbiote, and apparently it trumps the Xenomorphs. Miles is alive, but is still terrified. "Yes, we are fine." It attaches itself back to Miles. "Speak for yourself, because there's only one thing that's gonna make me be able to sleep at night. We've got to get the hell off this planet." Well everyone, I really hope you enjoyed the first issue of Aliens vs Avengers. Jonathan Hickman really hit it out of the park with this one. Same with Ribbich on the art. Absolutely stunning work. If you want me to keep up with the rest of this story, please do let me know down below. I really love reading your comments, especially if you suggest new videos. I'm all ears. So like, share, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend if you really liked it. Peace.